What is up, my legends? It's Scion. We're back, and what I would like to talk about today is my top 3 things that I would like fixed in this game, or at least adjusted. Now, we have a love affair with this game, and I have no problem with this game, but there's stuff that I would like to actually be addressed because they're a little bit of an imbalance in the game. The characters, I don't even really think a problem. I don't really think they need to nerf those characters, but I'm not in control of that, and I'm not the dev, so they obviously see something they do not like in the direction of the way that characters are being used. So I'm not even going to touch that because it's irrelevant. If they already don't like it, they're going to do whatever they're going to want to do at the end of the day. So I'm going to talk about these things because I don't really think that they're being addressed either. So number 3, I wish that they would take the cap off the Labyrinth. There is no reason for us to be limited in the Labyrinth, especially when I think that compared to global, the Korean version has a higher drop rate on hunts as far as gear. I don't think global has the same rates. You guys are all grinding in the hunts and you see the rates on the drops, and it's like you get like 1 red piece a week if you're lucky. With that said, drop rates are actually better in the Labyrinth. I don't feel that we should have any type of limitation with this. If they want to do anything, they should give us more Labyrinth tries, like just put it in events and put it into achievements or something like that to allow us to grind out more of these in the day where we're not that limited. The Labyrinth is actually not that easy, so there's no reason for us to to be limited in this. I don't feel that we should have like these 1 to 3 tries or something like that. There should be ways for us to get more tries in the day where we can get maybe 3 or 4 tries at it in the day, and it refreshes. Like it should just refresh and give us 3 to 4 tries or something like that a day, or refresh over time and give us more tries. Like even if they want to make 1 try come back like every 2 hours or something like that, that's fine. That allows people to actually come and sit in your game and want to actually come and do something, because the Labyrinth is fun. It's one of the fun parts about this game, and it's different than every other gacha game, and it's limited. It's one of the best things that you have in the game, and we can't do it all the time. So I don't think that's bad planning or programming or whatever else. It's a bad idea all the way around. We should be allowed to partake in this a whole lot more, especially since it has increased difficulty, especially in the 3rd chapter. And Nixia's Sanctum, and it's not an easy place. Like they have bosses that come out and can really smack you in the face. So I don't feel that this should be limited in any way. Number 2, since we're on the fact of, hard stuff like that, I feel that we should have more things difficult to actually do. Now we have Nixia Sanctum, but again, this is limited and you can't do that a lot. We have Challenge, which Challenge is okay because it has hard difficulty and stuff like that, but it's very bite-sized. Like it's not that grand. It doesn't really have that much of a story. Most people don't even know that this even exists, to be honest with you. When I tell people about it, people are like, what? Like, damn, I didn't even know that was there. That's how people feel about it. Like they just don't even know that this exists. Like, cause there's not really anything talking about it. It doesn't have any lore behind it. So we need just a little bit more. So hopefully the co-op raid stuff will give us lore and give us, bosses, like maybe we get some weekly bosses or something like that. Stuff that's hard, that like just some world bosses that are pretty good. Like let us fight like Supreme, like Judge Kais or something like that, or Kisei, whatever her name is. Let that be like a complete raid boss where she just does like insane damage and has like a lot of defense and HP, and we all have to fight her. And that could be a place that we can earn Labyrinth turns. Like you if the better that you do on that, you can start buying stuff in a particular store and buy Labyrinth turns and maybe buy gear and stuff like that as you get better and do against these bosses. Like there's very easy solutions for this stuff that you can do in game that you don't have to reprogram the game for. It's just little minor things that they can add to make this better. Now, speaking of that, which is number 1, here is the problem with number 1. Number 1 is we need more gold opportunities in this game. There is a gold shortage in this game. There is a supreme gold shortage in this game because as you start to get stronger, things start getting expensive. I'll give you an example. Let's go to Cecilia. Now, once you start upgrading artifacts, let's see here. Let's get rid of these 3s. I'm going to do this right now. Live. I care nothing about these 3s. That's 57k right there. Pay attention to that 57k. All right, it's another 13, so that's 70k. So I just lost 70k just now, just that fast. All right, boom, and that pushed the ritual sword up to 13 plus. And if I want to go, actually, let's use. I'm not going to do this next one because this was just an example. Let's go up here because I just wanted to show how much it cost. I'm not going to actually do that, but again, another 70k. And that's two things that I just pretty much, 2 levels just knocked out in 20 seconds. That was like 20 seconds to actually do that. 140k gone. Now, the best grind that we currently have in the game is the one that I showed you, where you get to 150k to 200k an hour, and I just knocked out 80% of that in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Now, in order to do that grind, you have to spend a lot of energy to do that grind. Between 200 to 300 energy, and that is all the energy that you freely get in a day, basically, just for that hour grind. So that now means that you can upgrade your artifact twice and nothing else for an hour grind of energy that you don't have anymore for the rest of the day. That's like literally all your energy. Maybe you'll piece together maybe 30 or 40 more somehow, something like that. And that's not enough. Now, granted, they do give away energy periodically, and I believe there's another 150 that you get. So you get roughly around 350 to 400, but that's still now 2 hours in the day. And that is now, if you look at on the average that a person would actually do, it's 300k. So, okay, great. I can upgrade my artifact in one level of one piece of gear and one character when I got 3 more characters to worry about. At that rate of growth, free to play will not continue to play this game because it won't be fun for them. They won't be able to do a lot. They won't even be able to come close to catching up with anybody who pays any type of money in this game, and that's not fair. That's not balanced, and that's a problem. That is an extreme gold shortage, and actually makes when you head over here,
I have lots of good wares. Take your time.
That makes this look a whole lot more appealing. Now you're gonna say, well, Scion, why is that a problem? When you start to feel that in order to catch up, you need to actually spend sky stones, which you see I have sky stones, which, I could do that, or I can go summon, which is most likely I'm gonna go summon because I want the characters. But this pushes people to actually think, you know what, I want to keep up, I want to catch that guy, something like this. This encourages you to spend, which is fine. That's fine. But when it's this obvious, and it's this beneficial to gain power, what is that? Pay to win. It's pay to win 100%. It's pay to get power. Pay to speed up me amassing power. When it happens like this, it's a problem in the game, which is why it's my number one thing that needs to be fixed, because you never want your game to be that directly obviously pay to win. It's the number one thing that needs to be fixed. I know people probably will be like, oh, well, like whatever. It just needs to be fixed. You don't want that type of stigma on your game. Everybody saw what happened in the Knights Chronicle. Everybody saw what happens to other games along that line, where you're actually literally, because of shortage in the game, forced to spend money to actually keep up with everybody else. It's pay to win. You're forced to. There's no way around it. It's a gold shortage. Even for me, you see how much gold I have right now, and I've actually spent $95 on this game, and I still, in order to actually upgrade the gear that I want to actually do, I really, you see I have leafs. I would have to actually go in and get the $29.99 leaf pack, which I'm not going to do. And then I'll be able to grind, just for me to be able to go in and grind and get gold to level 1 artifact. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's not fun gameplay at the end of the day. And it's the reason why I made this video, because I wanted to address that, because I know they watch all the YouTubers. I know they watch the Twitch stuff, and I wanted to be able to at them and say, hey, this is a major problem in your game. You need to do something about it. And the previous two things could actually fix this one. Taking the cap off Labyrinth will allow us to actually be able to grind another place and have like get gold, like make gold drop in that the same way they did in the side story, where we have that chest that actually may actually drop 20,000. Put something like that more common in the Labyrinth because it's harder. More difficult places can drop more gold for us to, you know, just to start stacking gold, where if you're skillful and can do a fight, you can get gold to actually increase your team and not feel stifled and not feel that, oh, well, I guess I'll just come back tomorrow because I can't do anything else today. That's the problem that we have right now. The major problem in the game that I see. I don't see anything else as a major problem. The character stuff, like I said, I'm not going to address that because it doesn't matter what I say about the characters. They're going to do what they're going to do anyway. But this is something that I believe strongly that you should fix. So just to recap, number 3, take the cap off Labyrinth. Number 2, more things difficult to do in the game. And number 1, more gold opportunities so we can actually play the game freely and not feel like we're handcuffed a little bit or that we need to spend money to actually play this game, because that is not a good feeling and not a good look for the health of the game going forward in the future. So I will catch you guys next video. Like and subscribe, follow me, Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. All links will be in the description below. And let me know if you have a top 3 or anything that you want to be fixed. Let me know in the comment section. Hopefully they see that too and make it be constructive. Don't just be ranting and raving, because no dev is going to pay attention to that. I'll catch you guys next video. Be legendary. Peace.